Check. One is the Mike. Mike 91. It's going to be a long way.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Cook. And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. 59. I'm on. 26.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line.
Check 26. There we go, kill. Mike 99. Let's go, D, tighten up. 26.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
There we go. Mike is 59. So we got man.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Check, 59. Watch the twist.
On second down, it's James, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Your trip is here. Kill. 26.
Prescott from the gun on third. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? Flag. Mike's 5-4. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
On first down, Swift. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That's it, baby.
But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
I know he ain't got it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually
Odell Beckham Jr., 30, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Odell Beckham, 67 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. The electric OBJ, the short reception, and then he did the rest of the work himself.
You know, there's a thing that the players always talk about, the coaches in the league, they call it play speed. Because, you know, we have that time speed when we're running the 40s at the combine and, you know, in pro days and all of that. But play speed is different. And OBJ's play speed is some of the best in the league. In other words, when he has the ball in his hands or he's running a route, he runs it just a little bit harder than most people. And oftentimes, you come up wrong on your angles trying to tackle him.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. Oh, spinning away. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing, Prescott, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Undercrush.
On play action, Winston. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
17 there and a New Orleans first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, Winston. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And this one is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to come from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
You go tight. Hey, kill.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Prescott from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
We got double up.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Ready? Black 22. Don't get nervous. I'm here all day.
They'll run on 1st down. Carr. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
It's just me and you. Wait, everything.
On first down, Swift. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
40. Ready. Black. What do you got? Check 41. Here we go, D. Let me go.
On 2nd down now, Swift. He will push his way down to about the 14. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Right here. Watch tight end. Hey. 4 down.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And his kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
46.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nowhere to go. He'll make it back only to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7.
Pick up the ball. Here we go, 47. 91 is the mic. Hey, come on out here. Come get 26.
Prescott to throw it.
He don't want it.
Forced, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
46. Strong right. We got 4. We got 4. Under. You're not ready. You're not ready. Check Mike. Mike 99. On the ball. 26.
To throw is Prescott. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Get ready.
At the 42-yard line.
Ready? Blue ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Man, that's trash. That's Sonic. Joker. Wait.
Jameis now on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that will get them one closer. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Winston now. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
And the blitz does come. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run on 1st down. James. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's James, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Escaping the pressure. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
It's our field. It's our field.
Jameis to throw it. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Jameis now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Double up, double up. Put it all. West. Slam, slam, slam. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Let's go.
From the gun, Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
Want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. Let's get it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check 37. Check 37. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 55.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Here I come.
Again, it's Winston. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check 4. 46.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Kill. 47. Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91. Trump. Coming this way. Here we go. Kill. Here we go.
Prescott. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Wait. Zoom. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Following the interception, Winston. Complete. Smith has it. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Ready? 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
All day, every day, any day.
To throw, Winston. He finds his target, Beckham. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Blue ready. Now watch one. Double tight.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
We don't want this.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer.
Let's go. Out. Green, triple team. Watch the green, triple team.
They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Now 4th down and goal.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Here we go.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Here's Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Saints on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third and 11. Here's Winston. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fresh off the pick six. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Ready? Blue ready. Mike 54. It's a party now. It's a party now.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. The open man is Smith. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 10 yards, good for the Saints, first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Ready? Black 25 behind. In the middle. 55. Bandit. Bandit. Let's go.
On first down, Swift. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be second and 12.
At the 43-yard line.
Ready? Blue ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
8
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
41. Easy. Check. Follow. Get ready.
Throwing, Winston. It's caught by OBJ. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Check three.
And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check. Hey, kill. 47. Check the backer. 26.
Prescott off play action. He's going to find Gallup here complete. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
He'll look to throw. Ebron caught left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
59. Hey, I'm coming. Check three. Here we go. Go to 54. Line.
Prescott. James has got it. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to the ground. Cook. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Watch safety green.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. On the ground, it's James. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They'll run for it with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. Third and goal. Prescott to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Come on.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We're pretty quiet.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll just about do it for Charlie.